The Blocktalk podcast started because of my passion for the property management industry. I wanted to start a conversation and add some value within the industry with a diverse range of people and professionals who can add something extra. As we start out, my aim is that the podcast offers some useful insight into a variety of views, opinions, thoughts, and foresights from our guests, who include business leaders and industry experts. If you enjoy the podcast and want to find out any other information, head on over to brianwelsh.co.uk. Hello and welcome to another Clientcast on the Blocktalk podcast, where we just chat about stuff that's going on in CPL. So Will and Tom are shoved in at the other side of the table today because there's only really space for one, and Fran's remote. So we have an evening, a client event this evening. So these guys are up for that. Anyway, right. So what's been happening? Okay, if you go into this is probably going out after the PMAS conference in a couple of weeks' time. So you'll have seen Tom hobbling up the stairs to give his session at the PMAS conference because he's done something to his foot playing football. We should ban such things in the evenings during the week. Anyway, so I'm just glad you made it here today. Okay, right. So we've got some update. Fran's going to give some updates on ops. We haven't decided what order we're going in, so everyone will just look surprised when I ask them to speak. So Will's going to talk about dev, and Tom's going to talk about some exciting stuff that's coming up. It's October. It's getting into blooming cold weather in Scotland, but things, we seem to be on plan from a product point of view, which we'll talk about. Okay, so who's going to go first? Why don't you go first, Tom? You can grab the mic.
So, as kind of Brian mentioned, this is probably going out post conferences. But for those of you that aren't aware, we're going to both the TPI conference in London, which is going to be a sort of soft launch for the new brand as we launch it into the rest of the UK. So that's going to be a really good opportunity for us to start canvassing the thoughts of everybody down south and kind of where the software sits, and to be able to launch this new product brand that we've been working so hard on for most of this year. We are also attending the PMAS event. I'm sure most of you at this point will have seen us, said hello. As Brian mentioned, see me hobble on stage and present and waffle on for a fair bit. But for those of you that didn't attend or missed it, I'm doing a talk on IT and its future in factoring. And so I kind of delve into a little bit about the past technology, how it's been influenced in the factoring industry, and then kind of where it's heading. And so Will has been solidly working away on a really exciting new feature for Connect, which starts to introduce some AI functionality, which we think is going to be a revolutionary kind of addition to that piece of software. We can see there's a substantial amount of time savings with that. So for those of you who didn't see it at the PMAS event, I'm more than happy to share it with you and kind of run through it. But it's extremely exciting. I think it's something that will really, really change the game when it comes to factoring. So a lot of exciting things coming, a lot of exciting things that have at this point been. But yeah, it's been a really good month or so.
Good. So you're going to tell us what it is or was or is?
Yeah, so again, for those of you that didn't see it, so this AI tool will effectively allow you to pull data directly out of your database. That sounds really boring when it's said like that, but from a property manager's perspective, effectively what it will enable you to do, if you've got a client meeting on site, you can just query the database to say, I've got a site meeting with Sandymore Cove, give me some information that I need prior to this, and it will give you a breakdown of open cases and some of your key debtors, how much they owe, and any relevant conversations to outstanding works that are currently ongoing. So rather than you having to sift through all that data over the course of a few hours, you can literally pull it together in minutes just before you leave the building. So it allows them to focus a lot more of their time on the important tasks and getting things done efficiently.
Okay, so is this a kind of bot thing then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we've not come up with a name yet.
I was going to say, what have you called it?
We've been working with Christine to come up with a name. I offered some suggestions, some better than others.
And she said no.
Well, I've not had a response yet, so whether that says it all.
So is Christine the policing of the bot name?
It seems like. I don't know whether she's mentioned anything to you. I'm guessing you get final say.
Yeah, we thought we'd keep thinking on that one.
Okay, obviously the suggestions weren't good enough then.
Fabulous. Right, Fran, do you want to go? Tell us what's happening at Ops.
Sure. It's been a busy few months. So at the end of the summer, we launched our new discovery process for all new projects, which is really exciting because what it does is allows us to work with you, the customers, much earlier in the process and much closer to really understand what you need and what your requirements are up front. And then we can really focus on embedding best practice at every step of the process. It will also enable us to streamline the training at the end so that you can really focus on the most effective and efficient ways to run each of the jobs that you need to run. So that was at the end of the summer. In September, we welcomed our new technical operations specialist to the team. So Steve has come to us with a huge amount of experience in property management software and data. He's been undergoing his intense product training over the last month, and he's now getting his teeth into lots of the ad hoc change requests and all things data. And then at the end of this month, we're also going to be welcoming our new customer services manager, which is really exciting. So again, she'll be doing her initial onboarding, but she's really excited to start getting to know all of you guys, all of our customers, as part of our ongoing commitment to customer service. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to join us in time to come to our Support and Tech Ops Away Day, which happened last month. But that didn't stop us from having a really productive couple of days with the whole team together, getting some really nice face-to-face time. It was actually the first time some of them had met face-to-face, so that was really good. And we took the opportunity to really deep dive into some of the regular questions and requests that come into the team, and we identified a number of process and product enhancements or potential enhancements that we've shared with the relevant teams to look into and make some decisions about how to optimize the software going forwards. The team also had some really good ideas on how to make it easier for users to get quick guidance, quicker answers to frequently asked questions, that we fed all of that back to our training team, and they're incorporating all of that feedback into the knowledge base refresh, which we kicked off this month, which is really exciting. So over the next 6 months, we're going to be reworking all of the existing knowledge base articles. We're going to be improving the searchability and usability of all of that documentation. So the first articles in that new format should be available during November, and then we'll be making continuous updates from then on. And of course, we always welcome feedback and any ideas on how we can improve things to make your lives easier. So, please send any suggestions you might have through to our customer services email, and we'll take a look at those and incorporate where we can. And then finally, Tom mentioned the new branding, Proptimo. Our marketing team has been working really hard and really solidly on the product rebrand, and we are super excited that we're going to be able to launch the website at the end of the month. And I think Brian mentioned in the email that he sent out to everybody a couple of months ago, the only changes really for you, the existing customer base, will be aesthetic, and we'll be keeping you informed on those changes as and when they happen. But really, really excited and can't wait for everybody to see it. It looks fantastic, in my opinion.
It does. It does, doesn't it? No, it does. It does. And there's a shed load of work gone into it. Caught myself there. A shed load of work got into it, which is great. And yeah. So great, big thanks. I normally swear on here. Nobody normally complains. I did one this morning, and there was a couple in there. Anyway, okay. So moving swiftly on, we'll talk about dev.
Grab the mic. Yeah. So development wise, we've had a couple. I think by the time this goes out, we will have had 2 new releases. So 262, which is out at the moment, just released, and then also 263, which should be out by the time this goes out. So it's going to be a couple of weeks from now. The main, I guess, focus has been on performance improvements, quality of life fixes. So trying to enable the users to be able to do a few more things for themselves, things like reversible batches, and things like that. We've also added some new functionality in, and we've integrated with Big Change, our jobbing system that housing managers use. So we are now able to integrate with them, send our jobs to that system, and have updates back from that system back into CPL. So the work can take place, and we'll get the updates back into our system. So along with that, we've also been working on the new Connect update, which will incorporate Power BI. And again, that will be out, or should be out by the time this goes live, 2 weeks' time, 30th of October. And that's going to allow users to run Power BI reports directly from within CPL Connect on their own data in real time. Other things we've been working on is, of course, the rest of the UK functionality. So that's been going really well. We're on track with where we wanted to be with that. The UI element of that is starting to take shape now, because it's been very kind of conceptual. We've been doing a lot of back-end work, so getting the frameworks ready, and now we're actually building the components into the system. So there's some kind of meat on the bone, if you will. And yeah, that's been going really well. We had our new product owner start a couple of months ago. She's Christine. She's now like fully in the swing of things. The team's really gelled well with her starting, and that's kind of got us to a new development process whereby we're going to be releasing a lot more frequently now. So I think I said probably on the last podcast that we are aiming to do a lot more frequent releases and updates to the clients so they can get things quicker, and that's starting to take place now. So over the next kind of month, we should see at least one more release, but hopefully 2 more releases coming out for core. On top of that, we also had our development away day with the development team over in Reading. Was really great. Had the whole team there, so all of our developers, our testers, Christine, the product owner, and we had a really good brainstorm on what's going to help us get to our goal, which the main goal is the rest of the UK product, and getting that built and making that as best as it can be. And it went really well. It was really good to see everybody. I got absolutely beaten by the rest of the team at the bowling, which wasn't great, but we had a really good time, and it was great to see everybody, because I hadn't actually met some of the people in person, because obviously we're all remote, and then at least a couple of the testers who had started earlier in the year hadn't had a chance to meet them yet, so that was really good as well. So yeah, it's been a good month for us.
Good. Yeah, I was at the development away day for the morning, I think, and it was good to meet everybody there, because there was a few people, because we're spread around the country, I guess. Yeah. More difficult. So you're not very good at bowling?
No, apparently not. I was better last time, but this time it was really poor.
So how's your golf for this evening then?
We'll see. I'm just hoping that I'm a bit gutted that obviously Tom's out of action, because he said he was kind of on par with me, or at least kind of near my level. So I thought I wouldn't be too embarrassed. But
can you not swing a golf club? I thought it was your ankle.
Yeah, you have to turn your ankle as you swing.
Well, that depends if you're any good at it. That must be my problem.
I know that. Yeah, we'll see. I'm hoping there's a few kind of real amateurs show up, just so.
So you don't come last. Okay. Yeah, my golf's horrendous at the moment. Although, well, maybe not that bad. Anyway, okay. Does anyone have anything else they want to pitch in?
I don't think so.
Okay, so next time we do this will be January, and we will be, 6 weeks from launch of our UK? The rest of the UK product?
More like sort of 12 weeks, I think. But...
Well, no, from out of dev. Out of dev.
Okay, yeah, out of dev.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Good. Just thought I'd get that.
We can edit that bit out.
No, but definitely not edit that out. Okay, Fran, you got anything else?
No, I'm just looking forward to seeing the pictures of Tom trying to swing a golf club with one leg.
So they don't have the bowling. You have the frame. They've not got a golf equivalent.
Yeah, I'll hold on to you while you swing. Okay, right. I think that's a wrap then. Thanks very much, guys, for and hopefully that was useful for anyone listening. Cheers. Thank you.
Thanks.